everyone, welcome back to the Makisode YouTube channel. How are you today? It's a beautiful weather out, and I hope it is same where you are, or even better. If it is warm, you need to stay, hydrated, and if it is cold, please do try to stay warm. As a matter of fact, you should reach out to us and get a sweater or a poncho or something to keep you warm. Yeah. All right. So today, we're going to be walking you through how we made this hat. I've walked us through how we made a few hats. However, this one is a new one. We call this one SATURN. Yeah, and it is very, very easy. So, disclaimer, right? Before I go all ahead, our videos usually are guides, right? And intermediate level crocheters and advanced level crocheters find it very easy to understand. Yeah. However, if you're a beginner, you may need beginners classes to be able to keep up or follow up with what it is we're saying, or understand essentially every single word that comes out of my mouth. So if you're a beginner and you do not understand anything that I say here in this video today, just ask in the comments. All right, just ask in the comments. Okay, so yeah, this is we called her SATURN. Yeah, it's essentially a female's hat. All right, it's a female's hat. We call that SATURN because of all of the rings that we put around her. If you're new to our channel, beginner, intermediate, whatever level of crochet that you are, do go subscribe. On a weekly basis, we bring you brand new videos, right? We inspire you on all of the possibilities of crochet. We walk you through how we made one of our own bespoke pieces like this one right here I am about to talk about. And then we also demystify what one celebrity or another wore. Yeah, we do that. We talk patterns, we modify patterns, we create patterns. We work patterns to suit our projects, right? So yeah, so do go subscribe. We have our galleries up on Instagram. You can find our wedding day apparel for wedding day apparel, wedding parties apparel. You can find those at Makisode weddings, and then for your corporate, your casuals, your accessories, your decor, you totally can find those at Makisode models. Do well to follow, do well to like, do well to leave a nice comment, and do well to share our content. We'd really love that. Do share our content. All right, so back to this hat. Where did we start from? We started from this spot right here. Okay, yeah, from that spot right there. Look at this. Notice this. This is a shape, right? And what shape is this? It is a circle. Can you create a circle? Then yeah, if your answer is yes, you can totally create this. The difference between you creating a circle, just an ordinary circle, and creating this one is that you're going to be creating this one in very sturdy yarn. As you can see, this is the hat I'm, um, you know, tossing it up and down, and it has maintained its shape. This is it. I'm slapping it around and it has maintained its shape. So solid sturdy yarn. You can use raffia, you can use rattan. I think it's called rattan. I'm not so sure about that right now. You can use t-shirt yarn. You can go 2, 3, 4 ply on your already very bulky yarn, right? And get this, and then to make it a little bit more sturdy. So if the yarn that you plan to use recommends maybe a size 5, you should reduce the hook size to maybe about 3. It will make it a lot sturdier, and you would like the outcome. Now, test all of that out, right? So pick up your yarn, pick up your hook, walk your circle. You're not satisfied with the sturdiness, go a hook size lower, and keep doing that until you get what you need. Realize that there is a part of crochet that is called the research and development of the project. So you're going to have to do a few trials for something you haven't done before. You're going to have to do it through a few trials, fail at a few, and then get the right final result. So magic circle right there, and then increases, right? So the magic circle, 6 single crochet stitches. The whole hat is worked in single crochet stitches. So 6 single crochet stitches first row, second row 12 single crochet stitches, third row 18 single crochet stitches. So it's going to be multiples of 6, right? So 6, 12, 18, 24. Did I get that? Yeah, 30, 36, 40 what now, 42, yeah, and so on and so forth. So but you're not going to, as you increase, you should have already had a swatch. You should have swatched to know how many single crochet stitches are going to go around the wearer's head. So if, for example, you have 66 single crochet stitches go around the individual's head, it means that you have to work this your increase, this your circle, you have to work it until you have 66 stitches before you now start maintaining the 66 stitches. So 60, once you get to maybe about your 11th row, you would have obtained your 66 stitches, and then you walk 66 stitches for the next few rows. So this length right here from the crown, yeah, from that top right there to somewhere around the ear would measure, let's say, let me pick up my tape so that I can walk us through that. So this part right here would measure, say, about okay, from the crown right here, that's about, I have about 6 and, okay, let's see, I have okay, I have 7 in total. So the diameter for this circle, you may end up with a 5.5 or 6, depending on the size of the head of the individual. Yeah, and then for the side, you're going to have to work about 6. You have from this crown right here, you're going to have to get about 6.5 to 7. And then when you have obtained that side right there, see this side right here, as you can see, we worked it all in the same color of white, right? When you get to that point right there, you start to work the rim or brim, I don't know what you call it. So rim, brim, whichever one, brim for the, yeah, all of that. And then this right here is the rim. So to work this brim, if you had ended up with 66 stitches, yeah, remember that all of this, we ended up at 66 stitches, right? You're going to now have to start continuing your increases. So you could choose to continue, add 6 single crochet stitches every row, or you could reduce it to 4 single crochet stitches every row. The reason for reducing is so that you can have this effect. You can actually fold up and have this cowgirl effect on your hat, naturally. So once you drop the hat, it is still showing, it is still, in that form, still as sturdy and in the cowgirl form. All right. However, if you maintain your 6 single crochet stitches per row of increase, you end up with something really flat. So if that is what you're going for, then totally use 6 single crochet stitches. But if you're aiming to have a curve, yeah, you reduce your number of the stitches. All right. So we're done with that. When we got the desired brim width, we now surface stitched. I'm going to show you a little, thingy that we did here with the design. So when you surface stitch at the top, this is what you get. But when you surface stitch from the bottom, this is what you get. So surface stitch from the bottom. So as you can see, you can see some of the ones when we turn it around to surface stitch from here, you can actually see that this looks like the right side. But because this was supposed to be the right side, you can see. So bottom surface stitch, top surface stitch, bottom surface stitch, top surface stitch, like that. And then our rim, we worked in slip stitches. Yeah, so when we're done, we just worked the slip stitch in gray. All of this, we use this golden and then army green color to work the rings, right? And then we did a surface stitching with gray just to make that rim just a little bit more sturdy. Do you have questions about any part of this video that I have talked about? Do ask in the comments, and we would bring you an explicit explanation as much as we can. However, if you cannot work the hat at all, you may want to register for our beginners classes. All right, so you love the hat but you do not have the skill level, yeah, and you would like for us to make it for you, please do tell us in the comments. We'll do it for you for a token. All right, okay. Or on the other hand, yeah, we have a pattern for this hat. Yes, there is totally a pattern for this hat, but it is for a token as well. So you want the hat, right? You can let us know. You want the pattern, let us know. We would send to you for a token. Let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, and bye for